Hey everybody, John Shell here with Cruise Addicts. So good to see you all here today. I've got my little screen going on here. I might have to adjust this here in a second. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry about that. That's a little bit better. But so good to see you here today. We're actually going to be joined by Michael Consoli. He's actually on the Viking Sea, and I'm trying to remember exactly where he is today. But as you know, Michael Consoli is a top global producer for Viking. He sells more Viking than anyone in the entire world, and we're so honored to have him here aboard the Viking Sea. And he's going to take us on board live right now, and we're going to find out exactly where he is, and he's going to show us the owner suite, the exclusive owner suite aboard the Viking Sea. We're going to get a first-hand look and a personal tour by Michael here. And I think, let's see where, we got to get him back here. There he is. So, hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're sounding great, looking great. And I know you're aboard the Viking Sea. Where are you today?
Yeah, John, you know what? You're not coming through to me right now at all. So I
No?
might step off and come back on. Okay.
Okay, no problem. This is live, folks. So we're going to sit there and see what's going on here. I'm going to remove this one thing here. But Michael's aboard the Viking Sea. He's actually booked the owner suite. He's going to give us a personal tour. If you have any questions for Michael, or we just want to check in, please write in the comments below. We're so happy to have you all here. What a great opportunity I mean, most people don't get to see the owner suite, right? So we're going to get a personal tour today as soon as Michael comes back in here. Like I said, this is live. So we're going to go with the flow here and enjoy ourselves. Thank you all I see you all coming in watching live. I can see how many people are in the studio here. So great to have you. The Viking Sea, I believe, is the second in a series of the ocean ships from Viking. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're going to try to get Michael again. Hey,
I'm
Michael.
back. Hey. Yeah, much better.
Okay, great.
Thanks.
I was telling him this is live. We're not messing around here. This is this isn't pre-recorded, is it?
No. And
So,
I'll be honest, I went out in the hall. I think that's where my problem started. So I'm not going to do that this time.
okay. Yeah, we were talking about maybe having some fancy walk-in, but I'm going to go to you. I know we're running out of time here. We don't have too much time. So I'm going to go to you, and I'm going to go full screen. Can you still hear me?
Sure. Yep. I can hear you just fine.
Get the little
I'm going to
here. And
turn my camera around here.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. I'll throw it over to you, Michael.
So yes, so we are, very lucky to spend our 12 days on the Mediterranean Odyssey in the owner suite on the Viking Sea, and so this is actually the entry here, which is has a great picture of tour as a child, I believe. So the owner of Viking Cruises, and this is the living room here, which we have enjoyed many a cocktail party with our group on board this sailing in this room. So you can see there's lots of, family heirlooms and books and things like that. So it definitely exudes the owner's suite for sure. Great dining area that seats 6 and full wine collection. And this part of the suite is different based on the different ships. So this is the Sea, so the Viking Sea, and in some of the newer versions of the ship, there are tall wine cellars here for the guests to use. But these wines are all available to us to use as we see fit. So it's a full bar setup, very, very nice. And then there's a little kitchenette over here. That actually even has an oven to use, I guess, for the butlers to use, or the room steward to prepare, or keep dinner warm. We've not had a meal in the stateroom, since we're with guests with a group, we're dining with them every night. So, but as you can see, we are in Monte Carlo today. Very pretty. John, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, great. So I'm going to show you, this is more of the tour of the suite. This is the half bathroom just off the entryway, and has a very large master suite. So that's our laundry that just arrived just before we started the web call. So, and you can see it's got plenty of room. Nice big screen TV. This is the master bathroom with 2 sinks. It's got a great shower with wall-mounted water, and then the room comes with a scale and all the amenities you could possibly want, including this great sauna that overlooks the ocean. You can hear the music piped into the sauna, as well as you have your bucket of water. And then this door actually opens onto the veranda, which is quite large. And we've been spoiled all week sitting out here, watching the world go by. So as you can see, we're at Monte Carlo. Beautiful view.
That's really beautiful.
So we're going to go in here, I think. Oh, it's locked. So we'll go back the way we came, John. So, and then in addition to all this great space here, there's a huge closet with lots of space. And this has worked out very well for me over the past few days, because this is the boardroom, which I've used as my office since we've been on board. We're in the staging area for gifts for our guests on board, but it also has a big screen TV that we've used for some web calls. So
it's very nice. Oh, I think we lost Michael for a second. Hopefully he'll come back in here a second. One moment.
Oh, this week, John.
Yeah, lost you for a second there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, we lost you for a second. You were in the boardroom and saying you were doing web calls.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've used that space for a staging area for our gifts that we have been having delivered every night to our group, and then I've been working in there most of the time, so it's been very nice to have that space.
Okay, the video is a little behind right now for some reason. The connection might be slightly off. But I think let's see if we get any questions. Oh, so we do have a question. Does the fireplace screen open?
It does. Let me see if I can show you that really quick. I'll go back to changing the camera to the other way.
But the video is real poor, though. I don't know if you want to try to reconnect.
Okay. Is that any better, John?
It's just like it's acting like it's trying to catch up.
Okay. Let me see.
It's a little better now, baby.
All right. Let me just show them this, and then we'll go back out in the other room. It's a much better signal in there.
Yeah, the audio.
Yes, there's a switch. The switch right here on the wall that turns off you can see the fireplace.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And of course you can see right into the Explorer's lounge.
Oh, that's cool.
which is why we have it turned on most of the time.
That's cool.
So
that's really neat.
Yes. Let me make sure that I have a good connection, and then I can answer some questions.
Okay.
If you have any, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. Everybody, please ask your questions now. I know we've got a couple waiting. This is the opportunity to ask anything about the owner suite. I know someone just asked about Michael's services. He's got a large group on board the Viking Sea. How large a group do you have, Michael?
It's 60 guests, so
and
yeah, it's a nice sized group.
Yeah, so obviously you do a lot of groups, and you, being the top global producer, I mean, your expertise in Viking is immense. And I know if you have any Viking questions, I know there's a lot of people watching that might have questions about either the Viking Sea or the owner suite or whatever it might be. This is your opportunity to ask live. The video will be able to be rewatched if you want to watch the tour later on. But here's a chance to actually ask some questions. I don't think this is the busiest time of day, but as far as people watching on a Sunday, but at least we have this preserved for the future. And were you going to say something?
Yeah, I mean, our group has had a wonderful time on the cruise so far. So we have, 4 more days, which we're still excited about. But we've done a lot of included excursions, which have been really great. We did a couple private excursions, which I posted on the Facebook page. Yesterday, we took the group to a winery in Tuscany. It was exclusive for our group, and we had lunch in the vineyard. It was incredible. So, if in May this time of the year has been, the weather has just been incredible. So if you're thinking about doing this, I often suggest May and September. This is one of the reasons why this is the only day we've had that's been overcast at all. So every other day has been like 72, 74, sunny, really just, beautiful weather. The group has constantly commented on how wonderful the weather has been. So it's really a great time to go to the Mediterranean.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm happy for the group, and everybody's having a great time. And, it wasn't long ago where we couldn't travel. Me and you having these conversations about when can we travel again? What about the restrictions? And here we are where people are able to travel. And I think that's the biggest thing is we all need to focus on the positive, that traveling has resumed. People are happy and healthy and living life for the most part. And granted, there are some hiccups here and there. Things happen. COVID's still with us, unfortunately. But hopefully one day this will be a distant memory and we can go on with our lives. But people are traveling and living their life to the fullest.
Yeah, I mean, some of the pluses, from the COVID thing is, well, to be honest with you, this cabin with 125% of what we paid for that cabin, and the only way to use the whole thing was to upgrade to the owner suite. So we were very lucky to be able to do that. And that generous 25% that Viking offered at the beginning of the pandemic, this is all of my clients who were booked on that original sailing. We've moved this cruise twice. They all benefited as well. So they were able to upgrade their cabins as well. So I think that, after 2 years, it's pretty hard not to enjoy a cruise like this for sure. So, and yeah. I know a lot of people have been asking through Messenger to me, are we still testing every day? Yes, everybody has been tested every day. It's still the saliva test every day on the ocean product. So, but there's not been a lot of mandatory mask wearing, I should say that. So people that are concerned about that, just know that on ocean, there hasn't been any, except for the embarkation day while we waited for our first test to come back.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think it's going to be here for a while. I personally think it's the safest. That really, I know other lines are just basically testing at the beginning, and it's sometimes they have bigger issues later on, and they're in the dark with the daily testing. I think it's actually the safest thing. I know that's debatable, but I think it's very proactive of Viking, and considering the guests and everything else, I think it's a great thing. So, but we have a question here, and one person is asking, do you charge a fee?
Yeah, never charge a fee. So for any of our services. So, and most of the time, well, not most of the time, all the time, you're going to get as good or better offer from us than you would going direct to any of the cruise lines. So, but no, we don't ever charge a fee.
And while we're on that note, what are the benefits of using a travel agent? Because people ask all the time. I see people, you've got really 2 options nowadays, right? You can book directly, you call a call center, or you call someone like yourself and you book. You have a relationship with a travel agent like yourself, a professional travel agent. and people think that it costs money, or what are the, so I'm a consumer. Why should I go with you? Why should I
Yeah, I mean,
call?
the biggest benefit is going to be service and knowledge. An experienced travel agent is going to be able to provide, a great direction and, what to choose, when to go, what type of cabin to have. And then those seasoned travelers that are, feel very comfortable doing that part on their own are going to benefit from the relationship that we have with the cruise line, right? So, unfortunately, and this applies to all cruise lines, if there's a guest that's unhappy and the cruise line loses that guest, well, they're losing one guest. But if they're working with an agent that produces the way we produce, for these cruise lines, they are going to be, there's a benefit to working with an agent that produces well for these lines and being able to get problems resolved. So, in addition to just the sheer relationship that we have with the cruise line, it's also, the amount of volume that we do. And, they're going to work harder to make our clients happy. And look, but Viking does a great job, I must say, across the board at making their clients happy, whether it's direct or with an agent. But the biggest benefit is going to be that the service, the knowledge, and the relationship we have with them to solve a problem.
Right. And basically you have someone in your corner that can pick up the phone and say, hey, my client is having some issues here. So you have you literally have
An
someone.
advocate. You have
Yeah.
an advocate, somebody to advocate for you, somebody to sit on hold for you, somebody to sit on hold with the air department for you. Those have been the biggest complaints over the past 2 years, not necessarily with Viking, but with many of the lines, is that guests have had to stay on hold and stay on hold. We've stayed on hold. I've listened to more hold music over the past 2.5 years than I care to ever admit. And, I have people in my office that we have on hold. We give the phone to them and they sit on hold while we, work out the rest of the day. So, that's what we do. We offer service and we never charge a fee.
And since there's asking about booking questions, I put Michael's contact information on the bottom there. We were planning to do a tour, and that's fine, but people are asking about booking questions, and that's what we're going to talk about here. The next one actually is, can you take over a booking that was booked on board?
Yes, as long as it was booked direct with the cruise line and has been within the past 60 days, they will allow us to take it over. So yes, a booking can be transferred to any agent within 60 days of booking.
Okay, great. And then we have Kathy West. She's watching you on YouTube, and she said she booked on Viking cruise that begins in Venice. Could you tell me where the ship's docks? We overnight there.
Yeah, Kathy. So we also overnighted in Venice before the cruise, and for the first night of the cruise. So the ship actually docked in Fusina, which is only about 25 minutes away from the city. And so we checked in at the terminal, the cruise terminal in Venice, on Venice Island, and then they took us by motor coach to Fusina to board the ship. It was really pretty seamless, and I have to say that they must have been 20 buses when we came out of the terminal to get on to go to Fusina. So they were very efficient at moving the guests back and forth. And so, Viking, I think, the guests on Viking are very lucky. Many of my clients on other lines have to board in Ravenna or in Trieste, which is much further away. So, yeah, the Viking guest is pretty lucky. It's very, very close, and it was
And
very easy.
and I know you had photos of your hotel. I'm not sure if that's one that Viking normally uses or not, but that looked incredible.
Yeah, we stayed. We actually booked independently because we only wanted one night before. Viking offers only a 2-night pre in Venice. So, and the St. Regis, which is a newly renovated hotel. It used to be the Regina, the Westin Europa and Regina Hotel. Now is a St. Regis, rebranded as a St. Regis. And so we stayed there for one night because many of my clients, that are traveling to Venice are looking for, a luxury hotel. So we always try to experience them.
Well, great. Well, I think we covered most of our questions. What a wonderful tour that was. Is there anything else we haven't touched on yet?
No, but I'm sure we'll do a recap when we come back, you know, just to go over the other processes that we've been through and the questions that people have. And if people want to put their questions in the comment section of the video, I'll be happy to come back later today or tomorrow and answer them, you know, based on the fact that we did this kind of impromptu today because we had a good signal. So,
Yeah,
but I do appreciate the time a lot. So,
yeah, what a wonderful opportunity. I know a lot of people are watching this once it's recorded, and we appreciate everything. Oh, I think we have another comment here. Let's see. Okay, one more question. Do you help with Viking Air? Can I go in earlier? Did you get that, Michael?
yes, we do handle all the air arrangements for you. We do assist. So
You
we
still
do
there?
assist with all the air arrangements, and we can help you with that. And you absolutely can arrive early just by paying the deviation fee that Viking charges, which is $100 per person. We can deviate your air city or your arrival date.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, my computer's talking to me here. Oh, let's see here. Sorry. Well, more people are joining us. Maybe we shouldn't run off so soon here. We got a couple more minutes. So what are the benefits? I was going to ask this earlier. What are the benefits? So you book the owner suite. What are some of the perks that come with booking the owner suite?
Well, we've got, you know, complimentary laundry. We have a complimentary silver spirits beverage package. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, they've been over backwards for us. It's really been an incredible experience. But the guests that are traveling with us have experienced the same amazing service. So everybody has commented on it. I think that they're so anxious to please after, you know, a 2-year hiatus practically, that and they're so happy to be back at work. And I can't imagine how hard these people work, and they're constantly smiling, you know, and telling us to have a nice day, and it's really just been very pleasant. But the wine, the laundry, we get unlimited dining in the specialty dining restaurants. We can dine in our cabin. We've had several cocktail parties which they've hosted with canapes and things like that. So we've broken the group up a little bit to have some cocktail parties in the room since we can't have all 60 guests here. But it's been really nice. It's funny, on the sign outside the door, it's called the residence for some reason. On the map, it's called the residence. So,
Oh,
and it feels like a residence, I can say that. So it does. Very
and
nice.
and what is the square footage of the suite?
Uh, it's 1,448 square feet. So it's pretty big.
That little thing there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I
So
mean,
wow.
those people, my clients who know me know that I work the majority of the time that I'm on a trip, that I sit at my desk and still work to service my clients and help my staff and all of that stuff. And so I will say that I am brutally spoiled by that boardroom and not having to set up my desk every day, just leave it sitting there and you know, use it as I need it. So yeah, it's been very, very nice to have that extra space.
And you deserve it. You're hard work. You're the hardest working agent that I'm aware of. And so, and you've been through COVID for years here. Like I said, being on hold and doing the best for your clients, and so obviously, you know, everybody needs a break and opportunities like this. So congratulations, and keep
Thanks,
enjoying your
John.
cruise. Yeah, keep enjoying your cruise and spoiling your clients. And if you want to contact Michael, he can check your email later on. You can email him at michael@planmycruise.com and give him a call. His office are at 1-800-913-7245. Once again, call him, email him at michael@planmycruise.com. If you're watching, you can join the Viking Cruises group. He monitors the Viking Cruises group as well. And I think we got another question. So things are coming. Let's see what else we got here. One more. And before we let you go, do you also help with purchasing independent air? That's a great
Yeah,
question.
and I glossed over this before, John. I mean, one of the biggest benefits of working with an agent is that we can also bring other products to the mix as well, right? Independent travel before the trip, you know, private excursions with a third party like the ones that we provided for our group. And yes, we can help with doing independent air. We work with some of the best consolidators in the world, and get, some of the best pricing for that kind of thing. So yes, absolutely. I will say that we typically like to package that with the trip, right? Because again, we don't want to charge a fee. And many of our air consolidators will charge a fee if we're not packaging it with another component. So, but yes, absolutely, we can help with independent air as well.
And I know you've been posting some pictures of these amazing private exclusive excursions that you have for your group members. So not only are they having these great exclusive experiences within the group, but they're also going on these wonderful excursions that are unique, and for a lot of people that travel a lot, they're really looking for something different. They may have been, to these places before. They don't want to necessarily do the included excursions, but you're really taking to a new level, and it's included, right? With these special excursions.
Yeah, so this group is called my Wanderlust group. It's a group that I started about 10 years ago of clients that said, "Hey, we want to go on a trip with you." And so I put a trip together, and I don't know, we ended up with 30 people. It was just incredible, and it's grown every year. This year, I think we have 4 departures. We did one in the Caribbean. This one, we're doing an African safari, which is an exclusive departure, meaning that only my group is going to be on the safari. I get 36 guests. And then we're doing the Great Lakes on the Octantis in October. So it's pretty incredible, the interest that we've had. But what we do with these trips is we do exclusive events on board for the group, and then I actually provide a complimentary excursion that I plan that is something that would be just outside the box, something that they wouldn't necessarily get to do on their own. So yesterday we toured San Gimignano with a private guide, explored different food options in the city, and then had an amazing lunch at a vineyard, which they really, really enjoyed. And people, had so much fun. They bought a ton of wine. We all did. And it was just a great day. So yeah, it's something that I really enjoy doing. It's probably the highlight of my job to be able to spend this kind of time with my clients.
And what's coming to mind is the picture I saw that you posted was these long table with people having dinner in the vineyard, literally between the vines. It was incredible.
Yeah.
And of course in Italy with this beautiful Italian food right there. I mean, authentic. Doesn't get more authentic than that, does it?
No. And that was the owner's grandmother's lasagna recipe and pork roast. And I mean, they loved it. The group really enjoyed it. Nothing like having a great meal in a vineyard in the middle of Tuscany. Just incredible.
And I think that's one of those bucket list moments for people where they can experience something they can't, a once in a lifetime moment in time, So like I said, it's just great that we're all out here exploring again and having great experiences. And thank you for bringing that to people and to your obviously spoiling your clients. So we're at 29 minutes here, and I know you've got to go, but thank you again for taking the time. What a wonderful opportunity. And I know people will watch this for many, over and over again on all our Cruise Addicts channels and our groups. So if you look, once again, if you want to contact Michael, he'll be happy to work just as hard for you and as he is for his groups. Call him at 1-800-913-7245. Email him at michael@planmycruise.com. He'd love to work hard for you. That's what made him a top global producer for Viking and for many of the other brands that he works hard with. So that's it for now. Michael, have a great evening and give everybody my best. And so we'll until next time.
Thanks, John. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Well, it's nighttime here for me, so have a good afternoon. Okay, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Joyce, great video. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you again.